guys? This is my channel, Austin's World. I'm Austin, your host. I just want to say thank y'all for everybody that's coming over here to the channel and watching my videos. This is going to be 5 reasons why you should not involve work life with home life. Reason number 1. A big thing for me is you may not like the input that you're getting from other people. You know, say, oh, I went out to this party and it was really fun and I had a great time with a bunch of my friends. It got a little crazy there for a minute, but, it kind of died down there in the end. Well, you may not like the input that some of your coworkers or even your boss might say to you. So it's probably a good thing to just leave it at home, not even talk about it. And don't get me wrong, if you have that kind of relationship with your boss, that's fantastic. Everybody wants that. That's a dream boss. But a lot of us don't have that. And so we can't really involve ourselves with it that much. But to you that are out there that are doing it right, good for you. But that's just a really big thing for me personally, because I've had things said to me that I didn't really like. But in the end, it's all okay. It's work. There's nothing I can really do about it after that point. So this is kind of just like a jump ahead for y'all that are just now starting to work or finding a new job. Maybe you want to try this out, because in my experience now, I feel like it works a lot better than if you do it later and you already have some of it mixing together and it's just really hard to keep them apart. Second reason is going to be the difference in pay. Now, I wouldn't say you're not supposed to talk about your pay, because sometimes constructive criticism can help. You're helping out your coworker, he's like, oh man, I don't really get paid that much. Well, maybe there's some things you could do to help that boost up and help your boss or employer see that you're doing better and doing more. That way you get more money. One thing that is a problem with, though, if you involve your home life and your work life together, then maybe your spending habits could affect how well you work with your coworkers. Just because you make more money than them, they might get jealous of the things that you have and the things that you want to have and you're able to get. They might see that as an opportunity to maybe slide behind your back and go ahead and, oh, he didn't do this today, boss. Oh, he didn't do that, So you just got to keep your eyes out and ears open for that kind of stuff. That's why it's probably best to just leave it at home. The third reason is because they can use stuff against you, and believe it or not, some of your employees may not have your feelings at heart and may turn around and do something else, like, oh, he went to this party, he was out partying, maybe, we shouldn't have him around. He was out doing this with his friends, maybe we shouldn't keep him, that's a bad influence. So if you're one of those people that gets kind of crazy on the weekends, you might want to keep that away from work and away from your coworkers, just because you want to keep yourself safe while having fun at the same time. So you shouldn't have to sacrifice any of the things that you like to do, your hobbies, your compassion. I feel like that's what makes us people, and we shouldn't have to try and balance that out between work and life. So we should just keep them separate. Honestly, that's the best way I feel that would work out. Number 4 is a big one. It's peer pressure. Not necessarily peer pressure, but you can be influenced by your coworkers. Say, oh, you went out to this party and you went out to drink. Well, maybe you should come over to my house and drink. Well, there's a problem with that. See, if you go somewhere with your coworkers and do something, then they're going to go to work and they might say something, because a lot of people don't know how to zip it. So that might be something to think about. Not saying that all coworkers are like that. Not all my coworkers are like that. I love my coworkers. They're my friends. I appreciate them. Everything they do for me, it's fantastic. But some people out there don't have that opportunity. They don't get that option. So probably just best to leave it alone. And just for the fact that, say you went out and you went on a wild adventure with your significant other, and now they're asking you if you want to go. Well, you could say no and hope they understand, or you could say no and then not understand and just peer pressure you into doing things you don't really feel like doing. Or even in relationships, say with me and my girlfriend met, we lived apart for about a month, and then the second month I moved in with her. A lot of my coworkers and even my employers didn't like that. They didn't like that at all. They didn't want me to do it. And here we are a year later, happy as could be, living with my girlfriend. We actually got our own place without a roommate. We had one, and we're loving the heck out of it. You know, the life is better than it's ever been. So that's just one thing to think about. Alright guys, number 5 is going to be stress. And stress was really big for me just because it hit me so hard and it made me really angry a lot. And living with my girlfriend and everything, it can get kind of hard. And bringing stress home from work and bringing it into my home life, that's a really big thing that you should not do, because now y'all are arguing because you're upset because of what happened at work, and now you're putting it off on your significant other, and they don't deserve that. No one deserves that, you know. So you shouldn't bring that stress home from work. You know, if you were stressed out at work, that's fine, that's dandy, you know. You just got to deal with it, and sometimes it can be hard. I know, I completely understand. But just try not to bring it home, and I'll make a video about that too, about relationships and how to make them work. And just say your boss said something to you that you really didn't like, and you know, if it was offensive to you, you know, take whatever action you feel necessary to take that is legal. You know, if that's the way you want to go, or you can sit down and talk with them, which is always a good idea. You know, that builds a relationship with your boss. Maybe you don't want to be talked to like that, or maybe you just didn't understand and you can work it out with them. It's best to compromise as much as you can with your employer or even with your coworkers, to just try and do the best that you can to increase productivity and make sure that you're happy and they're happy. Alright guys, that was my 5 reasons why you should keep work and home separate. I really hope y'all did enjoy it, and if y'all have any kind of comments, y'all can leave them down there in the comment section. Be sure to press subscribe if you like the video or you want to see more. Seeing how this is an early channel, if you want, you can comment and we can turn this channel in a different direction. You know, if you want me to post something else or talk about something, you know, that you feel like everybody would relate to, or if you just like the video, then you can just like it. I do appreciate every view that I get. I'm not planning on being super popular, but it is nice to see that people watch what I do, and it's really important to me. And I just want to help people, and I want to get people out of the situation that I was in. And that's pretty much the reason I did this video. But I do appreciate it, guys. Y'all comment down there in the section. I'll reply to as many as I can, as fast as I can. I do have a full-time job, so just keep that in mind. But I just want to say thank y'all. Alright, see ya.